After initially keeping mum on the matter, Malacanang finally confirms President Bongbong Marcos's Singapore trip. The palace, though, made no mention of the president attending the F1 Grand Prix, but nonetheless called the trip productive. Over 400 lucky bettors are now ₱500,000 pesos richer after guessing the winning combination in the 655 Grand Lotto draw. However, speculations of the draw being rigged have prompted calls for an investigation on the matter. Fare hikes in jeepneys, buses, taxis, and TNVS units take effect today. However, the LTFRB says a majority of PUV drivers still have no updated copies of the fare matrix, which is a requirement before they can start charging higher fares. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. Malacanang has confirmed that President Bongbong Marcos was indeed in Singapore over the weekend, calling it productive. Maricel Halili with the report.
Photos of President Bongbong Marcos in Singapore made rounds on social media over the weekend. These were confirmed taken inside the exclusive Formula One paddock club. Spotted with the president were his wife, First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos, son Ilocos Norte Representative Sandro Marcos, and cousin House Speaker Martin Romualdez. Also seen at the event was Cavite Representative Aniela Tolentino. The unannounced trip to Singapore did not sit well with several groups. Bayan, for one, called it insensitive, unnecessary, and irresponsible, especially since it happened after the onslaught of Super Typhoon Carding. But House Majority Leader Manix Dalipe came to the president's defense.
I think there is kasi nalaman ko lang may invitation daw to leaders to other countries. So, yun ang alam ko. Siguro kung hindi lang busy yung schedule ko, I might probably have been there too, but to show support to our leaders.
Malacanang was mum until Singapore Trade Minister Tan See Ling posted a photo with Marcos Jr. Press Secretary Trixie Cruz Angeles shared a post describing the president's trip as productive. Political analyst Sheen Encinas Franco said the palace should have announced it to the public beforehand.
I guess Malacanang is probably also in a quandary, or it might be the case that, since it's quote-unquote a personal thing, then they felt that it need not be announced to the public. Every movement, unless it's a national security issue by the president, should be known to the public.
She added that Marcos Jr. appears to be confident that Filipinos will be forgiving about his leisure travel.
I compare him to Duterte because Duterte's support from the people was there until the very end, precisely because he looks and talks like a quote-unquote regular guy, despite his position. And that's something that's very Filipino. So, and we're not seeing that.
Officials have yet to clarify whether or not public funds were used for the trip. For News 5, Maricel Halili, We Are One News.
The Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office, or PCSO, is denying any irregularity over Saturday's Grand Lotto draw, which had 433 winners. Jenny Dongon with the story.
9, 45, 36, 27, 18, and 54.
This was the winning combination for last Saturday's 655 Grand Lotto. At the end of the program, something surprising happened. The game master revealed that 433 bettors won the prize money. However, they will have to split the 236 million peso pot money. This means that each of the winners will get 545,000 pesos. Many are now curious how hundreds of people were able to guess the 6-digit combination. The chances of winning the lottery alone is 1 in 29 million. Aside from the number of winners, netizens also pointed out how the winning combination are all multiples of 9. Some speculate that Saturday's draw could be rigged. Minority Senators Coco Pimentel and Risa Hontiveros also want to investigate the results. Pimentel intends to submit a resolution to investigate PCSO's gaming activities. He also wants guidance from statisticians and mathematicians over the probability of such incident. In a press conference on Sunday, the PCSO denied claims of anomaly. The agency admits, though, that they too are shocked.
Since this is a game of chance, there is no right, there is no wrong. Alam niyo yun, no? And in this case nga, tinamaan nila yon. Nag-pay off yung kanilang loyalty, kaya lang marami nga lang talaga sila. We have found nothing wrong. In fact, it's a natural occurrence, no? Na may mga nag-aalaga at may maraming nananalo kapag tinamaan yon. So, wala kaming nakikitang babaguhin doon. And we are in fact pleased na marami ang nanalo actually, lalo't magpapasko.
The PCSO insists that no human intervention happened over the course of the draw.
So ang tanong, bakit lumabas yun? Bakit ang daming nanalo? Simple po, marami pong nag-aalaga.
Amid all the speculation, the PCSO says they're ready to face legislators. According to PCSO's breakdown, 151 of the winners are from Metro Manila, 34 from Cavite, 22 from Rizal, and 21 each from Laguna and Bulacan. Winners were also recorded from Visayas and Mindanao. Many of the winners have started claiming their prize money at the PCSO office in Mandaluyong. For News 5, Jenny Dongon, We Are One News.
One mathematician says that the probability of having hundreds of lottery winners is nearly impossible. UP mathematics professor Guido David told Radio 5 that the likelihood of something like this happening is possible but highly unlikely. Because of this, David said that it is only right to look into the matter.
I think gano'n rin ang mangyayari dito na hindi siya imposible and posible, baka naman nangyari talaga. Nagkataon, parang hindi man to yung probability na matamaan ng kidlat yung isang tao. Kasi napakaliit pa nito kumpara sa matamaan ng kidlat eh. So, pero there will be, I guess, an investigation para makita nila, para ma-explain din nila.
For UP professor and statistician Peter Cayton, it is a very human thing to choose patterns, just like what happened in Saturday's draw, where the winning numbers were all multiples of 9. However, Cayton did note that a person is more likely to catch COVID-19 than win the lottery.
You are 3,000 times more likely to get COVID than win the jackpot in the lottery.
We're gonna pause for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The fare hike for several modes of public transportation takes effect today. Shaila Francisco with the report.
Higher fares will be charged in jeepneys, buses, taxis, and TNVS units. Under the new fare matrix, minimum fares for PUJs range from 12 to 14 pesos. Buses, meanwhile, now charge 11 to 15 pesos. Taxis and TNVS also have a 5 peso increase in their flag-down rates. However, most PUV drivers are reportedly still using old rates. To implement the new rate, the updated fare matrix must be displayed in PUV units. Violators may face fines of up to 15,000 pesos.
Mahigpit po tayo dyan kasi ang fare matrix naman hindi lang naman na binibigay namin yan out of nakaartehan lang ng LTFRB o gusto lang namin gawin yan. Pero nire-release namin yan, nire-require namin talaga yan as a protection na rin ng ating mga pasahero kasi we want to make sure na lahat ng mga nag-operate ngayon sa mga kalsada ay hindi kolorum.
Operators say a majority of them are still processing their fare matrix at the LTFRB office.
So nilagay nila yung kuha ng schedule, October 3, pero wala pa naman, babalik na naman. Sayang ng pamasko.
Some are having a hard time processing requirements, while others can't afford to pay for a copy of the matrix. They are hoping to implement the hike even without the matrix.
Ninasa namin ngayon, Lunes at 3. Ang dagdag talaga. Hindi namin alam kung paano namin i-claim siya na namin. LTFRB ba o sa operator?
Mahirap magkuha ngayon. Ang daming kuskus balungos. Eh, kung walang pera, magkano binabayaran? Pag wala, hindi talaga po pwede dahil kung paano kung ireklamo kami ng pasahero, saan kami kukuha ang pantubos niyan?
The LTFRB says only 10% of the 260,000 target units were able to process and receive their updated fare matrix. The agency blamed the late application of operators for the delays in the release.
Minsan ugali natin doon tayo sa last minute, di ba? So siguro yun ang nangyari. Siguro ma'am kasi nagkasabay-sabay na yung application kasi nga for the past few days, last week kukunti pa talaga yung nag-apply. So dito talaga nagbubultuhan ngayon na ang nag-apply. So syempre kung talagang madami, hindi naman libo-libo yan eh.
Transport groups say it may take 1 to 2 weeks for all PUVs to implement the fare hike. Shaila Francisco, we are One News.
The Justice Department has indicted Japanese tycoon Kazuo Okada and a few others for grave coercion in relation to their hostile takeover of Okada Manila back in May. Aside from Okada, the DOJ found probable cause to file charges against businessman Tony Boy Cojuangco and 2 others. Several complaints were filed against the group after they took control of the integrated resort and casino. The group had acted based on their interpretation of a status quo ante order from the Supreme Court. However, the DOJ says the group falsely interpreted the SC ruling. Meanwhile, prosecutors dismissed the complaints of slight physical injuries, kidnapping, and unjust vexation against Okada's camp and several security personnel. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.